Hello there. A thought crossed my mind. I was just checking emails. I've been asked to speak at a conference in Honduras, on an island in Honduras, and I've been asked to attend an event in New Orleans, one in December, one in February. And in following it, what I'm realizing more and more, as I spoke about a few minutes ago, watching the numbers of friends that I have had who are passing or filled with disease, and my own health as well, looking at what happens to us when we don't stop. It dawned on me, I don't know that I wanna do both. I don't know that I can do both and still be completely at ease and at peace. So I may need to decide, but I'll wait and see how I feel, what works best for me. But a thought that crossed my mind is how many of us, and I've done it myself, welcome to humanity, because flights aren't the way they used to be years ago, we could get on a plane and go directly anywhere. Now trying to get a direct flight anywhere is close to impossible. No matter how much you're willing to pay, no matter what class you're willing to fly, it can be so difficult to get a direct flight. Unless, of course, you live in New York City or Boston or Chicago, but I don't. I live in Connecticut, much smaller airport. But what I also thought is that how many of us have rushed in the day of, or now with flights being what they are, the day before, so that you're ready for the next day, have rushed in, gotten settled, done it, done the talk, attended the conference, whatever it may be, and left immediately or even before it was over so that you can rush to the airport, get on the plane, and rush home to get back into work the next day. What if we didn't do that? What if we chose those conferences we attend, those things we speak at, whatever it may be, and use it as a combination of going 3 or 4 days earlier or staying 3 or 4 days after? What if we blended the time to do self-care with work? So frequently when I've mentioned this to friends, they've said to me, but I don't have the time. There's too much to do. There's too much pressure at the office. I've got to get this done. We've got these projects. We've got this. We've got this. My experience is that we will always have too many projects. We will always have too much going on. There will always be too much that needs to get done. If that's where we live, what we're saying is just too much busyness in my life for me, for my peace, for my spiritual, emotional, and physical health. That does not serve you. You may have a full productive career until you pass. But what if you were here for a whole lot longer? What if you took those days? It doesn't matter. It could be 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, whatever, depending on where you're flying to. What if you combined business and pleasure? What if you found friends who lived near where you're flying into and you spend an extra day or two with friends that you haven't seen in a long while because they moved or you moved? What if you just stopped? Whether you do it by yourself, you hook up with friends, or you have somebody special fly in with you. They can keep themselves occupied while you're at a conference, while you're speaking, whatever the case may be, if they're not permitted to attend. And you would get to have your evenings with them. You would, even if you had to go to dinners after a conference and you're not back to the hotel room until 9, have a drink together, have a cup of tea together, spend time together. And then you'll have some days before or after. What a gift you give yourself. It isn't black or white. We can build in the opportunity. And before any of you tell me that's not possible, the demands on me are too great. I'm fully aware of demands on us, fully aware of them. I have founded 6 companies now. I am fully aware one had $1 million payroll, 63 positions between full-time employees, 1099s, all the vendors, all of the clients, all of the whatevers. Been there, done that. It comes down to, where do you fit in your life? How are you going to make sure there is room for you to have an extended journey here on the planet? How are you building in with everything to make sure that extended journey you have has you healthy? I've so often said to folks, I want to live to 100. If I have my mental and physical health, I want to live to 100. But I want to have my mental and physical health to do it. More and more I am aware, if I'm going to have both of those, I have to build that in. Not then, but now. I've got to build in what do I need to do to strengthen my heart, my soul, and my body so that I'm not pushing to get there, but I'm living to get there. I'm not surviving to get there. I'm living. I'm thriving. And thriving looks different for everybody. For me, it can be a quiet glass of wine with friends while we watch a funny movie or play card games or driving in a car with my daughter, even shopping, whatever it may be. Just spending time with people I love or time alone reading a book. And I'm one of those that loves to hold a book in my hand. I'm very sensual. I want a book in my hand rather than Kindle. We're all different, no right or wrong. That's just who I am. So know what feeds you, what feeds your heart, what feeds your soul, what feeds your body. Because if we are going to stay here, and some of us, many of us that I know, are never going to retire. We may leave a corporate position to do something else, but never stop being productive, never stop making a difference in the world, never stop trying to make this world a better place. So whether you do retire, you don't retire, you stay with what you're doing, it doesn't matter. What are you doing to give yourself permission to bring pleasure into your life, in your business life, your at home life, and your alone life? Pleasure and peace is what gives us health, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. And I wish that for all of us. Thank you.